Alrighty. So ever since James Gunn took over as DC Studios head alongside Peter Safran, he particularly has been getting a lot of backlash from the fans, particularly because he fired Henry Cavill as Superman. Despite the fact that weeks prior, DC Studios made Henry Cavill make this big announcement that he was going to be coming back as Superman, plus the fact that we saw him in Black Adam in a cameo role and that post-credit scene, as well as the fact that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson had been claiming and boasting about working behind the scenes for the past 6 years to make sure that Henry Cavill came back as Superman, taking all the credit. However, at the end of the day, we had the rug pulled off from under us as Peter Safran and James Gunn announced that they were firing Henry Cavill. Although they say they didn't fire him, that he was just not casted in the first instance, but we all know that he was fired. Now, news are coming out that is not going to be sitting well with the fans because it seems like everybody else that has been involved in the DCEU franchise are going to be coming back, with the exception of Henry Cavill. James Gunn addresses Gal Gadot and Ezra Miller's DC future amidst new plans. So James Gunn has been very active on Twitter, responding to a lot of people, and he's been giving people a whole lot of information about the DC universe that is upcoming, that he's now heading. And so we're going to be finding a lot more about what's going down. James Gunn explains the DC universe current status of Wonder Woman star Gal Gadot and upcoming movie The Flash led Ezra Miller. DC is under new management, with DC Studios co-CEO Gunn and Peter Safran recently announcing the first 10 projects that starts the new DCU's Chapter 1, Gods and Monsters. Seems like they're going to be following the same blueprint as Marvel. I don't know how well this is going to be for them, because it seems like they've been trying to run a race with Marvel, and this is leading to the demise of DCEU. But only time will tell. Before the new chapter was announced, the decision to part ways with Superman actor Henry Cavill after he had just appeared in Black Adam generated some controversies. Some controversies, huh? I think it's a lot more than that. Now, Gunn addresses if two of Cavill's Justice League co-stars are gone with him. So somebody tweeted out to James Gunn asking about this, because he's been highly active on Twitter, responding to nobodies and trying to defend his stance on whatever he's trying to do, maybe trying to win back some of the fans. Gunn clarifies the fan claim that he had fired Cavill and Gadot but decided to let Ezra Miller stay, something that hasn't sat well with anybody at all, given all of this news that we've been hearing about the horrible things that Ezra Miller has done. According to Gunn, he and Safran did not let Gadot go. In fact, the duo had a meeting with Wonder Woman actress just weeks ago. In Miller's case, Gunn's answer left a bit of uncertainty around the Flash star continuing in the new DCEU. Gunn simply replied saying, Ezra's movie is already made, but I wouldn't be surprised if they kept him afterwards, because Ezra Miller has one of those woke Infinity Stones, and so this might be one of the reasons that DCU would want to keep him, plus the fact that DC doesn't like the fans from what we've seen, because they love doing the exact opposite of what the fans want. Now, this is the tweet in question that was being talked about. Looking forward to the new projects, but I am disappointed you guys let Henry and Gal go, but still have Ezra Miller around. He's a knucklehead, while Henry and Gal have done it all right. Just makes no sense to me, and I 100% agree with this person, because even though I don't like the 1984 Wonder Woman, I think it's a terrible movie beyond measures, I still love Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, as, you know, she played it to a T in the very first part of that movie. Now, this is James Gunn responding. We didn't let Gal go. Ezra's movie is already made. Henry doesn't fit with what we have as Superman. And this is where I have to come in and totally disagree with you. It's not about Henry Cavill not fitting into it. And this is one of the reasons why a lot of people are going to be angry, because it seems like you're bringing almost everybody back. As we've heard that Jason Momoa is also going to be coming back, either as Aquaman or in a different role as Lobo. That's the speculations that's out there. Also, we've heard you say that that you're going to be having meetings with Ben Affleck, probably in a different role, maybe in a director role, maybe coming back as Batman in future or whatever. We don't know. But it seems like in some capacity, Ben Affleck is going to be coming back. So almost everybody besides Ray Fisher, who's not really a big, A-lister or anything like that, nobody really cares about him. But Henry Cavill is coming back. And I believe that the reason why they don't want Henry Cavill back, and this is just my opinion, is because of creative disagreement. Now, the issue, as far as I'm concerned, with many people is not the fact that they fired Henry Cavill, as this happens in movie industries all the time. The real problem is the fact that they obviously fired Henry Cavill because Cavill is an absolute stickler for following established law of whatever IP that he's going to be starring on, something that DC Studios have not been doing, and we don't think James Gunn particularly likes following the law of whatever he is involved with as well, particularly as we've heard recently from one of the stars of the Suicide Squad, John Cena, who literally said that he was told not to read any Peacemaker material before coming to star in this role, because James Gunn doesn't want anybody to question his creative writing of these IPs. Even if he decides to bastardize them, he doesn't want anybody to question him. And James Gunn also came out recently to say that he only wants to work with actors that are easy to work with, which is something a lot of people took as a cryptic dig at Henry Cavill, since everyone knows Henry Cavill quit The Witcher because they bastardized the law, which would have made it very difficult for him to be worked with. Gunn clearly knows Cavill will not approve of his rewriting of the lore of Superman, and given what we've heard him say regarding the new upcoming Flash movie, that the Flash movie was going to reset everything in the DCEU, leading to this new reboot, which would not be a total reboot, as Gal Gadot and Jason Momoa might be coming back to the DCEU either as their character or other character, and even Ben Affleck, though bowing out as Batman, could be returning in some other capacity, probably as a director, and who knows, maybe in the future as an older Batman. I don't know. At this point, it just seems to me like James Gunn simply doesn't want to work with only Henry Cavill.